Hey folks, Chef Jay Barnard here, and this is Lake to Plate. We're working with walleye today. How cool is that, Torin?
Well, walleye is one of the most popular fish here in northwestern Ontario.
Is it?
That's what they say.
Is it the most popular, or is it just the most caught?
Well, I don't know about the most caught, because there's a lot of whitefish.
Okay, so today's recipe, we're gonna do the walleye off the reef taco. Isn't that crazy? So where are we getting all our fish anyway, Torin?
So all of our fish comes directly out of Lake of the Woods, and we work with some fantastic people to get this fish. We actually have this fish sourced from local First Nations fishermen.
Local? Did you say local First Nations fishermen? That's crazy because we are working with about 52 local First Nations fishermen, which is kind of crazy, isn't it?
Oh, it's phenomenal.
It's phenomenal.
It's going back into the economy.
It is. It's great. Okay, so should we get into cleaning this there, Torin?
Yeah, let's see. I bet there's lots of people out there who've never cleaned a walleye or seen one quite this big.
Yeah, it is pretty big, isn't it? Let's take a shot of that. Look at the size of this sucker. That is a walleye, folks, out of Lake of the Woods. It's beautiful. I'm a chef. I don't know how to clean a walleye, but this is how easy it is. So we're going to just go right down the stomach. Boom, cut it open. Go underneath here. The one thing about big fish, you know, it's just a bigger fillet. Right underneath. Feel that, Torin? That is a tough fish. Boom, we're pulling out the fillet, coming out the back end. Boom, there's the fillet.
So Jay, there's a common misconception that big walleye are not very good.
Well, I think that's a false thing. It just depends what you do with it, right? Because a lot of people think that bigger walleye are fishier, which is potentially true, but it depends what you do with the fish, right?
Well, so, I mean, if you want to have a fish and not taste the fish, why wouldn't you just eat chicken?
Why wouldn't you just eat chicken? So, you know, there it is. Cleaned. Beautiful. Let's get rid of that. Now we're left with the fillets. Look at these beautiful fillets, Torin. Aren't these beautiful?
Oh, they're very nice.
Okay, so now what we do is we take out the rib bone. Underneath. 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 Look how white that fish is, Torin. You can tell that this fish is fresh. It was just caught yesterday. This is amazing. The best thing about it is, like Torin said, is we're getting all our fish from local fishermen. And, you know, that's one thing about us, is we're very proud about that.
The other thing is the color difference between a Lake of the Woods walleye fillet and anywhere else in the world.
Really, eh? I believe you. Okay, boom, we're just cutting this off. Just cutting this off. There it goes, boom, into the garbage. That's where we're left with the fillet. Let's clean off the fillet now. Look at the size of this, Torin. Like to just move your fish back and forth, your knife with the skin, and that's how easy it is, folks.
So is it safe to say you want to let the knife do the work?
Yes, you should always let the knife do the work. That is a beautiful fillet. Goodbye skin. Let's do the other one. Okay, we got the walleye all cut up and it's in the fridge. We're gonna move into the marinade, Torin. How sexy is that?
I love a nice marinade.
Do you even know what a marinade is?
I feel like you think I don't cook.
Well, I don't know, do you? Okay, so our marinade is going to be local red peppers, local jalapenos, local white onion, and we're going to use a little bit of lime, wish that was local too, eh? So what we're going to do is we're just going to cut this in half and into a quarter. I'm going to get a bowl. I'm going to put this in here. I'm going to cut these in half. Boom. Take the core out. Take the core out. Into the, oh, the thing about fresh Torin is how fresh does it, like the smell of it and the feel of it is amazing, isn't it?
Oh, it's phenomenal. The smell in here today is just, it's off the charts.
Okay, then we cut the jalapeno in half. Here's one thing about the jalapenos. You want to watch when you're pulling this off, that if you get that in, the seeds in, it's going to be a mess, which is okay.
Well, you as a chef must have had quite the incident with the jalapeno seeds sticking in your fingers,
Yeah.
no?
Sticking in your fingers, then you rub your eyes. Youch, that's always a good one, isn't it?
Could always be worse things to rub.
So do you guys use jalapenos in your house, Con? Do you guys use jalapenos in your house?
I do not use a lot of jalapeno.
No, eh? Why not?
Not a big jalapeno.
Not a big jalapeno guy, eh? Okay, let's get rid of this. Okay, so what we want to do now with the vegetables is throw in some olive oil. So we're just going to be putting these on the grill, Torin. It's going to be a grilled vegetable marinade for our off-the-reef walleye tacos. We're going to add some salt and pepper to this.
Is there a correct amount of olive oil or just whatever feels right?
As a chef, I guess you just toss it in, eh? That was about half a cup. We're also going to use some chopped garlic that I did already. Nice chopped garlic, eh, Torin? Everybody's got to use a chopped garlic. Going to throw some ancho chili pepper in there also. Do we know somebody that likes to use ancho chili pepper, Torin?
I might know a few people.
Right. My good friend and chef Don Roy. Okay, we give this a little toss. How colorful is that, eh, Torin?
Oh, it looks beautiful. Why don't you tilt it up for the camera to see?
Isn't that beautiful, eh? Look at that.
Oh, that is a nice...
Very nice, isn't it? Okay, we get our tongs straight to the grill. We got our grill on high heat. You just want to grill these.
So you're looking for a nice black char on the vegetables?
Yeah, we want to get a nice black char. We want to bring the sugar out of the vegetables, right? We want to make it all nice and, well, not like, yeah, a nice char on them. Then we put that down, boom, let it go. How easy is that?
Just that simple.
Just that simple, eh?
I could almost do it.
I think you could, chef. Okay, the next thing we're going to move into is, because we have the off-the-reef taco, I like to do pickled onions and pickled cabbage. So luckily enough, we have some local red onion and some local cabbage. Torin, this is beyond easy. You just get a pot like this. What you're going to do here is you're just going to chop this up all nice and fine. You know, I love this time of year because, you know, the gardens are ready to pick. Everything's looking nice. Everything's colorful. So we're just doing a fine chop there, Torin.
Oh, that smells good.
I know, we're going to put that into the pot. We do the same thing with the onion. Same deal.
Those vegetables is really starting to pop up.
Torin, do you have knife skills like that?
I'm more of a julienne.
Julienne kind of guy, eh? Beautiful.
What cutting style is that?
This is Chef Jay cutting style. How do you like them apples, eh?
Trademark it.
Trademark it. Okay, we're going here, putting these in. We're mixing them both together. This is how easy this is, Torin. We're going to go to the heat. We had our pickling seasoning, about a quarter cup. We had our white vinegar,
Now, how much white vinegar goes in there?
about half a cup. You want to have your vegetables covered. Then what I like to do is just add a little bit of water to cut back on the taste of the vinegar, right? So I'm using about half a cup of water in there.
Is this a specific type of pickling? Because I know if you go to the store, you get sweet pickles, garlic pickles.
This is Chef Jay's way of pickling.
Oh,
Okay, so this is how it looks, Torin. You just want to have it like that. The vegetables are just covered, right? Our pickling's in there. Boom. What I like to do is, since we got some nice local herbs here, we're going to throw in some sage. Local sage in there. And I'm going to throw in some local oregano. Boom. Give it a stir. We're in. I put this on medium-high heat, Torin, and I bring it to a boil. How nice is that, eh?
It's beautiful.
How are the vegetables looking? Boom, looking nice. Get our tongs. Torin, where did you put the tongs? Oh, they're right here, Torin. Okay, boom, we want to flip these over. Look, they're starting to get charred already. Boom, we're flipping these over. Flipping over the jalapenos. The smell of the garlic and the spices and the onion and the sugar just smells amazing, doesn't it, Torin?
I could eat them right now.
Boom. So we're gonna let these go for about another 5 to 7 minutes. Then we're gonna kick into making our taco shells. So we got our beautiful taco shells. What I like to do is I like to make a little bowl out of them, Torin, like a little rose kind of thing, right? So what I do here is I get our deep fryer up to 350. I just toss in, let it go in there like that. I scoop underneath it, take the top, push down like I'm making a bowl. You ask, why am I doing that, Torin?
Why are you doing that?
Because that's how I like to do my tacos. I like to be creative with the taco. I just don't want to roll it up. So what I'm doing is I'm just holding this taco in place like this. And it's going to make this nice sexy rose, Torin, because, you know, it's the end of the season, going into fall. We still want the springtime coming, eh? Man, do those vegetables smell good or what?
This place is just erupting in flavor.
Okay, we got our pickling over here starting to boil. Okay, Torin, let's take a look at the grilled vegetables. What do you say?
Let's check them out.
What does it smell like in here?
It smells like burning jalapeno.
Burning jalapeno. There, you're a funny guy. There's our sexy vegetables, nice and local. They're nice and grilled up, ready to go into the food processor. So what I do now is I just transfer these from here into the food processor. We're taking them in, cut this guy in half. Going into the processor, going into the processor. How easy is this, Torin?
Oh, it's nice. And you can see the beautiful char marks on the vegetables.
That's it. We just wanted a nice char on the vegetables. We wanted to bring the sugars up to the surface. Oh, beautiful. Throwing that in there. Boom, we're done with the grill. Now we move into adding the secret stuff to it there, Torin. We got a nice lime right here.
How come we couldn't find a nice local Kenora lime?
Yeah, I don't know. Who has local Kenora lime?
Could you grow a lime in Kenora?
You could, maybe.
Difficult.
It would be. Okay, so we're just squeezing this right in there. The lime juice is going in, Torin. I like to use a whole lime, so that's half of it going in.
You try to filter out the seeds as well?
No seeds in this there, buddy. No seeds. You're not a chef, are you? Anyways, the lime's going in. We got that in there nicely. We're going to add some honey into there, Torin. Hey, Torin, you see over here, we got the pickled onions and cabbage are starting to do a good boil. So we're throwing some honey in here, about half a cup. And then we throw in some olive oil. Boom. Now we get some cilantro. Oh, local cilantro, eh, Torin? Can't go wrong with local cilantro, can you?
No, you cannot.
Let's do a nice little fine chop on the local cilantro. That's all I want to do. Add the local cilantro in. Oh man, this is beautiful.
Now that's going to give us a beautifully colored marinade, isn't it?
It is. And then what we do is we finish it off with the guacamole that we made earlier with our avocados, our garlic. Boom. Add a little bit more garlic to this.
Can you ever have enough garlic?
I don't think so.
I love garlic.
Boom. Local garlic too. How do you like that, eh, Torin? Okay, so then you just put the lid on, Torin.
So does the guacamole not go in with the cheese crust?
Not right now. So what we want to do is we want to process the marinade down until it's a liquid. Then we're going to take the marinade, going to add it to the local guacamole that we already made, and we're going to then add it to our fish. Okay, so what we want to do here is we want to turn this on high speed. Beautiful. All nice and smooth. Okay, we're gonna go to the fridge and get our beautiful cut up walleye. Isn't that nice, Torin? Look at that walleye, it's nicely cut up.
Beautiful color on it.
Beautiful color on it, right? We're gonna take our marinade off of the blitzer. Boom, we're adding the marinade to the fish. Oh my God, Torin, look at the color. Oh my God, look at the color of that. Boom, we're gonna take our avocado mix that we made up earlier. Too bad we don't have local avocados, eh?
Little tough in Kenora.
Little tough in Kenora. Boom. Then we're just going to mix this up, Torin. So you just want to mix it up. Then you want to let it sit for about an hour-ish. Oh my God, Torin, look at that.
Now those have all the nice colors that you want to see in a marinade.
Oh my God. And the chunks of fish, and my mouth is watering. The garlic smell, all local, wild caught. This is truly amazing. Boom. So what we're going to do here is we're just going to put this back in the fridge for an hour, and we'll be back to that. Look at over here, Torin, our pickled, this is beautiful too. Look at this, Torin.
Let's give it a little tilt.
Look at the color of this. This is local pickled cabbage and red onion with local sage, local oregano. Doesn't that smell beautiful? Beautiful. Okay, so what I like to do is I like to get a jar here, Torin. Then I just put this in the jar overnight.
So it doesn't take long at all to make.
No. So the reason I was boiling this is because I like to get them al dente, right? So we're going in. I'm going to put the juice in. Oh, look at the color of that.
So do you recommend using all the juice?
I do. This should actually fit this whole entire jar here. Look at that. Am I a chef or what, Torin?
Well, they didn't give you a red seal for nothing.
I guess not. Boom, beautiful. Pick up your little scrappy scraps and then put them in there. And then this is what it looks like, folks. I did these up yesterday for us. Boom and boom. Here's our cabbage and here's our onion. Or you can mix them just like I did now. Then you just put a lid on. I don't like to put the lid on right away, Torin, because why?
I really don't know.
It's hot.
Oh.
So then you just want to put this in here, let it cool, and then you get at it later on. So bada bing, bada boom. Boom, let's roll into the side today.
So what is our side?
What is our side today?
Well, this is a really interesting side for tacos.
Deep fried pickles? How about deep fried local pickles? We made these pickles up about 3 months ago. They're local. So what we're going to do is we're going to use our traditional three-way combo here, Torin. We're going to use the flour, we're going to use the egg wash, and then we're going to use this secret breading we got right here. Right here. We got some parsley in there, we got some lemon in there, we got some toasted breadcrumbs in there. So this is easy, Torin. All you're going to do is put your pickles. I like to dry my pickles out a bit, Torin, so that the flour sticks to it better. So you're just going to throw your pickles in here like that. Going to give them a little toss. From here, you're going to go to the flour, to the egg. How easy is this, Torin?
I, for one, am excited. I love a deep fried.
I think you could go home and do this yourself, eh?
Well, you know, after watching this show.
That's just it, eh? Lake to Plate here wants to make it really easy for you folks at home to just go and pick up and make, boom, just like that. So there's our, then into the egg. I give it a little spur. You want to make sure that all your pickles are getting covered with the egg. Then from here, we just go straight to the breading. And then from here, just a...
And it's just that simple.
It's that simple. There you go. Deep fried pickles with our secret breading. From here, we go straight to the deep fryer, Torin. Deep fryer set up at 350. I'm going to do these for about 7 minutes.
So how do you know when they're ready?
When they're nice and golden brown. Okay, Torin, so we're just going to put this down for 7 minutes until it gets golden brown. Deep fryer set at 350. Down she goes. Oh my, look at that. Just let them go. That's all you got to do. How beautiful is that, Torin? Local, deep fried pickles with the real secret sauce you'll see in a little bit. So now what I want to get doing is I want to get turn my heat up to 6. I want to pull my fish out because it's been sitting for a while. I want to start cooking my fish. Look at how beautiful this is. The main event is right here. That's local walleye, wild caught in a local marinade with avocado, lime, and cilantro. Local. The only thing that isn't local, Torin, is the avocados. That's sad, isn't it? It's a sad thing. We can't be all local, can we?
Gotta do what we can.
But we do as much local as we can. And now what we're going to do here is we're just going to toss these into the, give this a little stir. We're going to pop this into here. Boom. We're just getting it in the olive oil.
So how long does this fish have to cook, Jim?
You gotta let this cook until about 7 to 10 minutes, the same thing. I like to just amp up the heat a bit. While we're letting the first side cook, we can get our plate ready. Okay, we're gonna take our beautiful taco shells here, Torin, see what I mean, how they turn into these nice beautiful roses, or what I like to call a rose. We're gonna take some of our, this one here is a secret, Torin. We can't let anybody know about this, but it's a spread for the bottom. Down it goes like that. Our dill pickles are ready. It's been 7 minutes. Here's our deep fried pickles. Oh, Torin, they're amazing. We're gonna give our fish a toss. Oh, the fish is starting to cook, Torin. How do you know when fish is cooked?
It changes color, doesn't it?
That it does. It's going white. Beautiful. Beautiful. Okay, so what we're going to do here is we're going to put our tacos right in the middle. We're going to take some of our avocado. It's going down in the center. Boom. Then we're going to take some of our pickled onions and pickled cabbage. Oh, look at this. How beautiful is this? The color, eh? Boom. That's going down there like that.
Now, how much do you want?
How much pickled do you want?
Yeah.
All depends how much you like the pickled. I like to fill it right up, you know what I mean?
Oh, you can't leave the guests hungry.
That's it. They can't be hungry. Boom, that's going in there. Now we're waiting for the main event, which is the walleye. We're going to give it a little toss. Oh, Torin, it's almost ready. Look at this. Boom. Got another 3 minutes on that. We're going to take our, we're going to take our deep fried pickles out. Local deep fried pickles, eh, Torin?
Yeah.
Look how beautiful these are. Look at this.
That's a beautiful color they have to them as well. Jay, sometimes I wonder if you're a chef or an artist.
Well, you know, chefs are artists, right? And that's the beautiful thing about me is I've taken my love for food and put my recovery in it. And how sexy is that, Torin?
That is beautiful.
Beautiful. We're going to give our fish one more toss. Oh, yeah, it's almost there. That's beautiful. Boom. This goes here. We're going to use the onions on that. Now we're going to take some of our fish. Can you smell that, Torin?
It does smell wonderful here. I can smell all the vegetables from the marinade just percolating in the air.
Absolutely beautiful. We're going to take our fish. We're going to plop it right in the center.
Jay, are you drooling?
I am drooling. My mouth is quite... See, look, you don't even need that much fish, Torin. Do you?
Those were 2-3 small pieces of fish per taco.
Boom. Right? Then what we're going to do, we're going to add the pickled onion on top. Boom. We're going to take some of these beautiful sprouts I got down here. And there you have it, Torin. The local off the reef walleye taco with local dill, deep fried dill pickles. Does it get any better than that?
Do I get to have some now?
You get to try some in a bit. Not right now though, eh? Okay folks, here's our beautiful off the reef walleye taco using all local ingredients from the red pepper to the jalapeno to the pickled onion to the pickled cabbage and the local deep fried pickles. How sexy is that, Torin?
What a beautiful meal.
It's beyond, the smell of it is amazing, isn't it?
And we cooked this up in what, 15 minutes?
It was 15 minutes, unreal. Till next time, folks, we'll be doing something else with some amazing species of fish that we have. Right, Torin? What other species do we have?
We've got whitefish, northern pike, perch. The world's our imagination.
The world is our imagination. Till next week, folks. Thank you.